Just thinking on how ball. You should try by God, the car never driving it. You should try by God, the bottle never popping it. You should try a whole lot of things, yeah. You should try losing something, gotta go to the property. Everybody.
The first topic I want to get into is some NFL topics. So we've been talking about NFL. We talk about NFL probably every day in a group chat. So I just wanted to give the guys a glimpse of what we be talking about, some of the topics we've been arguing about, and there's been some heated debates. So I kind of just wanted to bring that to screen to see if guys still even feel the same way that they felt prior to the conversation. So the first topic we got, the best wide receiver duo for next season. Who we got going in here? So we got some guys, some duos here, and as you see, we got the Eagles, AJ Brown and DeVonta Smith. The Dolphins, Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle. The Bengals, of course, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. The Rams, Puka and Davante. The Bucks, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. The Chiefs, Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy. Of course, the Vikings. And this is in no order. This is just them kind of just jotted down here. Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. The Lions are St. Brown and Jameson Williams. And the Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. So out of those duos I just named, who would you guys choose as the best duo?
I think the only right answer would be the motherfucking Rams. You got two guys that's really in the top. What would you say? Probably top 12, top 10 to top 12 in their position. Both of them. You know what I'm saying? When healthy. I don't think you can beat the production. You can't beat the production.
And who are you referring to on the Rams?
Oh, Puka Nacua and Davante Adams. Davante Adams still got a lot. He still got a lot in the tank. I don't think he's anywhere near being done. I mean, he's obviously over the hill. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of slow creep, but I think he's still got a lot in the tank. And I don't think some of these other guys on this list aren't really like, you know what I'm saying? These aren't guys that are like, blocking and doing the extra, the dirty work. Puka Nacua is a guy that's doing the dirty work, and he's still going to give you, you know what I'm saying, 100, sometimes $150 in a game. You know what I'm saying? 8 receptions type shit. So that's who I got. I don't know about y'all niggas.
And to ask you a question here, you said some of these guys don't do the dirty work. Would you mind putting somebody on blast or who don't do the dirty work at the receivers?
So I immediately think of those Chiefs guys. I mean, you got Xavier Worthy on there. That nigga's not gonna be blocking nobody, bro. You can't have that nigga in on the run game. You might have to. There's some of those guys are excluded. Like Chris Godwin is a dirty work kind of guy. He's gonna get in the run game. He's gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? The nigga damn near gonna get 10 catches a game on some crazy shit. Not 10, but it seemed like that though. He'll probably lead the team in receptions each game. And then I think about like some of these other guys, like Jameson Williams. I'm not thinking about him I'm not thinking of him as a complete receiver, like some of these other guys. I don't know. That's just my opinion though.
Okay. I totally understand that. And how are you feeling, Q?
It's definitely Jamar and T, bro. As a duo, or even Smitty and AJ. Like, I don't. On paper though, it's hard. Because CD and George might come in. CD and George might come in and overthrow everybody. But so far, we just speaking on. If I'm speaking on production so far, it's gonna be Jamar and T for me, bro. Simply because of the production. Like, I already got this in my notes, but in their career games, Jamar has 4,371 yards and 35 touchdowns in 49 games with T. T has 4,595 yards with 34 touchdowns in his games with this nigga Jamar. They both going crazy. I don't know no better duo than that. Honestly, I ain't really looked up AJ and Smitty, but nigga, them two niggas putting in work, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And I am excited to see what CD and George do, but for now, I'm gonna go with Jamar and T, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I love Mike Evans and Chris Godwin too. This is tough. It's a lot of duos.
And they got a ring. So Oh, it's two.
Yeah.
It's two guys. It's two duos in here with rings.
Yep.
Two
Yeah,
duos in here with rings. So, okay, I like your answer too, bro. Jamar and T. That's you can. It's not a lot of guys that's gonna beat them individually when you break it down. So them as a duo already is like that's literally a 1-2 punch. So it's not gonna be a lot of people that disagree with you on that one. How you feeling about that, T Money? Who's the best duo, man?
All y'all niggas tripping, man. The hell, man. The fact that nobody said, you feel me, Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, y'all niggas wild. Are you serious right now? Oh my god. The reason why I picked them two niggas, bro. Let me tell you why. Right. Jordan Addison been in the league for how many years? I think 2. Right. Nigga already got. Yeah, I got pulled it up. Yeah, I pulled it up right here. Yeah. Nigga already got 19 touchdowns, mind you, in 2 years. And they don't even have a stable quarterback yet, right? Nigga, they went from them niggas went from Kirk Cousins to motherfucking Sam Darnold, and now they got JJ McCarthy back. Them niggas really don't even have a QB1 yet. Them niggas still putting up numbers, right? Bro, they complement each other so well. You feel me? Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, I'm talking about. You have somebody going deep, right? Then you have Jordan Addison coming in the middle, underneath route type shit, bro. I don't know. Out of this list, yeah, everybody thought I was gonna pick the Cowboys. Man, I ain't even trying to be biased right now. But if I'm speaking ball, bro, Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, most definitely.
Understood. Let's take a look at some of these comments here. We got our guy up 1P. He say Puka and Adams is the best duo on paper. I'm pretty sure he was emphasizing on paper for sure. We got up 1 Spiff. He's saying the Cowboys, man. So of course he's a Cowboy, so I was expecting that answer for sure. Hammy, CD, and George, of course. Up 1 Ham, that is. And then he also gave some love to Emeka and Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Them. That's gonna be a good trio for sure.
Tough.
But that's what I was going to say. Speaking of trios, I was going to say, even with the Chiefs, they have a trio.
Great trio.
Great
trio with
Brown is a
Marquise.
part of
We
the
add
trio.
Marquise Brown in there for sure.
The only thing I would say about Jordan Addison is just, I mean, I understand the 19 touchdowns. That's doing something, but the consistency for me is just, I don't know. Like some weekends he gonna have 100, some weekends the nigga gonna have 19,
30.
So I don't know. Yeah, 30-yard gain, like
you feel me? Yeah, I feel you on that.
Nasty ass 30 yards too.
And like Hammy just said, bro saying like Hollywood ain't been healthy in a minute.
Yeah, he ain't been healthy in 2 years, so it's kind of really.
Yeah,
but at the same time, though, two of the guys. Well, you stated Davante Adams and Puka. You know that's kind of all off potential. We don't know how Adams is gonna mesh.
I think when you measure those two guys up compared to the rest of these niggas, I mean, it's only a couple of them that's like that you're like really that you're really saying are clearing motherfucking like Puka, for example, nigga, like bro, underrated, bro, probably go like he was like top 5 in receiving all year. I don't even think he dropped out of the top 5. You know what I'm saying?
That shit, that's real nice. But you're talking about a triple crown winner.
No, for
above
sure.
that list, and you know that's
hard
hard to do.
Jamar Chase is obviously one of the ones that clear Puka gang. I'm not saying like every nigga on here is like behind him. I'm saying there's definitely some guys that are like, okay, I'm definitely taking him before. But as a duo, I'll probably take Puka and Davante Adams, nigga. For sure. With Matt Stafford throwing the ball, come on, you know how I get about Matt Stafford gang.
All right, I understand that. I totally do. And those two teams played each other in the Super Bowl. You know, they were young. Granted, Jamar T and Joe were young, and Matt and them got the best of them. But I think Jamar was on that. T was on that.
T was on that.
You know, they were young.
That was a big game for T for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like I ain't gonna cap. Even like Amon-Ra and Jameson, bro. Like them niggas are scary. But I ain't gonna cap. Y'all want me to be honest, bro?
Yeah, I do.
CeeDee and George Pickens gonna have the best season, bro.
And why do you think that, bro?
Bro, Dak be throwing that bitch, bro. That's all they do.
But that line ain't that line a little bit new?
That line might be a little bit new, but nigga, that ain't nothing new to Dak.
I mean, I feel like he's used to having veterans protect him, but it's the league. I feel you.
I just don't know. It's just about potential. I think. I don't know. Who knows?
I think the fact that what I like about these duos here, or what I can tell from these duos, is like the Eagles, the Dolphins, the Bucks, the Vikings, the Lions. Those duos, it's a clear, and even the Bengals, it's a clear 1-2. Like it's a clear this guy's 1, this guy's 2, right? With the Cowboys, Rams, you're still kind of figuring that out. And then even with the Chiefs, with Rashi being gone pretty much the whole year, Xavier Worthy and him coming into his potential that late in the playoffs and in that Super Bowl. Now you got to ask yourself who's going to be wide receiver 1. So they got some figuring out to do. Is Rashi going to be healthy at the start of the season in training camp and things like that? Or is he going to not miss a beat? How is Marquise Brown going to look, coming off 2 years of pretty much being injured and probably playing like 4 or 5 games? We don't know. Is he going to get hurt again? It's those type of things, those type of questions. I do know for sure the Eagles and the Bengals, I know for sure that duo is going to come to play every Sunday if able to. T. Higgins, he do be injured and banged up a lot. That's one knack on him. I'm surprised nobody really gave the Dolphins even a mention, but it's probably because when it really gets tough, them niggas go soft. You know what I mean? No diddy. Them
niggas go, nigga.
Them niggas go
about
gummy worm, nigga.
Shrimp.
But
that's why I don't agree with them being on this list, if I'm being honest, bro. Because if Tyreek gone out the game, you ain't gonna see Jaylen Waddle.
Facts though. Real shit, T. And I ain't gonna cap. No, that's real shit. Because nigga, Kevin was saying that shit. And I'm like, nigga, the Dolphins, like, I understand the numbers.
You're not gonna, bro. When you see one or the other or both at the same time, you feel me?
Yeah,
like everybody else on this list,
bro.
At least proved it, bro. They proved it. Well, besides CD and George, obviously, but everybody else proved it, bro.
Yeah. I don't trust them niggas from the Dolphins, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Dolphins,
nasty Miami, bro.
Nasty Miami. Okay.
Well,
and them niggas is on.
We kicking it. Well, we right here. We're kicking their ass week 1. Week 1.
That's the Irsay ring ceremony, ain't it?
Yeah, Irsay's getting into the ring of honor, bro. Week 1, nigga. You know the NFL ain't finna let us go down bad. Put your money on the Colts, nigga.
But and like Ham said here, T Money, this is for you to respond to. You trust Jordan Addison so much, but you talking about you don't trust Waddle or Hill?
Absolutely not. Well, I didn't say Hill. I said one or the other don't show up. So Hill will have a 100-yard game, but then Jaylen Waddle will have 30 yards.
That nigga had a nasty.
It's like Jaylen Waddle don't even try. You feel me? Like, and they got their QB1 established. The only reason why Jordan Addison is different in this conversation is because he played with 2 different QBs in 2 years. He don't have a QB1 yet. So that means, bro, if you have a QB1 established, you know where your go-to spot is. You know where you want the ball at. You know where certain routes you cooking niggas on. Where certain routes, it's not your shit. You feel me? But NFL, bro, you bring in, you go from a Kirk Cousins who like to sling that motherfucker to a Sam Darnold who barely made a name for himself again in Minnesota. You feel me? But like the chemistry just wasn't there, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's the only reason why
I think another thing what a lot of people don't realize too, bro, with a situation where your wide receiver 1 is the best receiver in the league, is playing that Robin role. You know what I'm saying? That Robin role to somebody like a Jettis is probably one of the best things you can have in the league, bro. If you think about some of the like historic duos. I mean, you think about even the Colts. Like, you think about Reggie Wayne. You think about what was the other nigga name? I forgot his name. Remind me, Q. Who's y'all duo from back in the day? Marvin Harrison.
Marvin fucking Harrison.
Yeah, and Marv was obviously. Yeah, I know. Hey, I'm geeked up.
I do want to mention something before.
Marvel's obviously the number one though, bro. You ain't lying.
Let me mention this here. Jaylen Waddle has played 4 seasons with the Dolphins, right? He has 309 catches, 4,000 over 4,000 yards, and he scored 21 touchdowns. So,
and how many seasons was that again, Kevo?
4.
4. Okay. And you said 20.
That's
how many
pretty much a band every year. That is a band every year besides last year.
Right. And how many touchdowns he scored?
21.
Okay, Jordan
That's
Addison's
the same shit as T. Like.
Yeah, Jordan Addison's at 19 and he's at 2. I get that, but you got to also think as far as he's playing with Tyreek Hill. Go ahead.
They both playing with all
I'm glad nigga T-Money said that, bro. Jordan Addison, y'all. I just pulled some shit up. Jordan Addison this past season, how many 100-yard games y'all think he had?
3.
2.
How many?
1. Actually, 1. Maybe.
2.
2.
Yeah, 2, bro.
2.
Yeah, 2. That's nasty.
So, I mean,
I'm talking about 25, 22, 36, 35.
Nasty.
Yeah, bro.
Cardio.
Right. Addison might be in that same. Yeah, I might take Waddle over Addison.
I'm taking Waddle over Addison. No question. No question about it. No question about it. He's in that 4,000 yards in 4 years with 21 touchdowns.
Yeah, Waddle's a little
playing with Tyreek Hill.
But look at the scheme, though.
Addison has 1,000 yard season.
Look at the Viking scheme. As far as scheme, if we line it up, T-Money, how I'm looking at it, you got Justin Jefferson and you got Tyreek Hill. They cancel each other out. Those are the receiver ones. Those are the wide receiver ones, right? And then you go to wide receiver 2. You got Addison versus Waddle. In a one-on-one matchup, Addison is in year 2, so it's kind of unfair to judge 2 years to 4, but they are on this list, so we can only go with that. I love the potential that Addison has for sure, no question. But like you just read off, 2, 35, 35, 32, 36, whatever. It's not all on him. The quarterback, he can't throw the ball to himself, right? But at the same time, you do drop the ball and stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
Hey, real shit, but nah. The only knock on Jaylen though, Jaylen be hurt like a motherfucker, but
absolutely,
the production is still there.
Absolutely. And then one thing Ham said too as well in the comments. Ham said, CeeDee is the clear number 1 for the Cowboys. I do agree with that. I don't know why I left them off. I was tweaked out right there. CeeDee is the clear number 1 to George Pickens, in my opinion. George Pickens will have to figure out how to be the number 2. He will have to.
I think he humbles himself a little bit.
But he probably, we'll see how.
He's still going to be expecting that pill, though. But I think he humbled himself a little bit. The Steelers situation, I mean, you go somewhere else, you still trying to prove yourself no matter what. You know what I mean? The nigga gonna ball, but
I feel like they rewarded bad behavior though. If I acted like that and got traded to the Cowboys, nigga, one of the most. I'm gonna be like, shit, nigga, I'm finna keep doing this shit.
Yeah, most definitely.
I don't really too much know if that was a punishment.
He's trying to get that second contract, bro. He's trying to get paid. He's trying to get paid, bro.
Yeah.
George
but he's in a situation where
I'm telling y'all that
he's not gonna get wide receiver 1 money though. He has to know that.
I mean, not on the Cowboys. Not on the
Cowboys. No.
Hold on, but
unless they do
this might be a 1-year thing, bro. This is gonna be a 1-year thing, bro.
Unless they do like a T. Higgins and they pay that nigga. They pay
if you look at the Cowboy history, bro, the niggas that we trade for, we at least sign them, bro. Especially if they on a 1-year contract, bro. Like we wouldn't trade for a player and just let this nigga walk out. I'm just saying.
Well, y'all taking on his contract. Y'all taking on his contract already, though. I think.
Well, yeah, he's a free agent.
He's in his last year of his deal.
Yeah, right. What I'm saying is the Cowboys is known, bro, of 1, paying their receivers, and 2, also, bro, like if we trade for somebody, we want them long term. We don't do no 1-year rental shit at all. So that's all up to George at that point. I think GP gonna want more than Brandon Ayuk though. Nah, we gonna be like,
Would you
look
pay
what you got.
GP more than Brandon Ayuk?
They pay GP
definitely.
more than Ayuk.
I would.
You would like, but like you said it quick though. You would like for sure pay GP more than Brandon Ayuk. All right.
Most definitely.
Oh.
Yeah,
look, we got it. We have to get look. We have to get off the wide receiver topic because we've been on it for 20 minutes. And that is a whole nother argument in itself. So we'll probably have to put that down on the docket for the next one, man. But as far as these duos goes, does anybody have any last remarks regarding duos?
You know.
All right, man. Let's move on to that next topic.